Good evening and welcome to NewsWatch Ole Miss. I'm Fatima.
And I'm Lisa Booker. And tonight we're keeping you in the know on all things live and local here in Oxford.
But before we dive into what's new, I know most of us have been waiting on some fall weather to arrive on campus, and this weekend definitely brought it in full force.
Yes, we turned the clocks back an hour yesterday, and I know if I've been feeling this chilly weather, you've probably been feeling it too. Let's check in with our weather anchor, Dennis Kaya, to take a look at our current conditions.
Good afternoon, Rebels. I'm Dennis Kaya with your current conditions. It's currently 65 degrees. It's a little bit chilly because of the wind, but it's a beautiful, clear sky. Back at the desk.
Thanks, Dennis. Now, if you've never stayed the night in a motel, we might have a reason for you to visit one here in town.
That's right. The One Night Stand Art Show hosted its 18th annual art show at the Ole Miss Motel. Sajal Tanksley has all the details.
One Night Stand Art Show has been in Oxford for a long time. This year, showcasing its 18th annual exhibition with artists traveling from various parts of the South and nearby states with their own unique artwork and style.
That it impacts the community in just a really unique way. And it also, a lot of these artists aren't from here. So we're bringing people to the state that maybe have never shown their work in this state and are seeing Mississippi, in a way that they wouldn't normally expect to see it.
The showcase is a great event for people to come together for their love of art and meeting new people with the same interests. A vision of new artists being able to share their work or get their feet wet in the art world for the first time.
So I think art shows like this are wonderful for the community. First of all, it's accessible. The location is accessible and welcoming to everybody. It's not intimidating. It's also kind of quirky and funky, which makes people curious. So I think an art show like this is needed for the community, for every community, because art should be accessible to everyone.
Today's show is kind of a collection of things I already had and a few things that I've created new. I'm really into the form of the Greek vessels just for aesthetics and also because it told stories about that time, and I kind of use them to tell my own story a little bit. So you'll see some work related to that, but it also has some nature themes in it, some abstract stuff.
Obviously, this one shows that prisoners are creative beings. And that they have voices and they have vision and they have beauty within them. And it comes out in the art. And there's something about working with our hands that releases that good energy.
Whether you're there to buy or just browse and socialize, the One Night Stand Art Show is a place that you'll never forget, leaving a memorable impact on everyone who visits. Reporting for NewsWatch Ole Miss, I'm Sajal Tanksley.
Thank you, Sajal. And that wasn't the only way Oxford was showing some love to the arts lately.
Let's take a look with NewsWatch reporter Ashton Lamar at a recent concert that grabbed the attention of locals and students alike.
Last Thursday, recent Ole Miss alumni Izzy Arthurs and the local band Golden Teacher Society performed at Proud Larry's. Golden Teacher Society opened the night delivering a lively set of music.
We're inspired by a lot of different people. There are these cats out from California called Sunroom. We're really inspired by them and their surf sound, as well as, of course, I'm always inspired by the Beatles. Love the Beatles. Going to see Paul McCartney next week. Going to be a great show.
Izzy Arthurs headlined the concert, showcasing her original songs to the audience. The event brought together a large crowd, highlighting the support for local talent.
I had a great time watching Izzy Arthur and the Golden Teacher Society play at Proud Larry's tonight. It's really good to see some local artists and even past alumni like Izzy Arthur play at local places on the square.
Reporting for NewsWatch Ole Miss, I'm Ashton Lamar.
Ole Miss students, listen up. Our friends at the Ole Miss, the school's official yearbook, are working to make this year's edition more interactive for students. Monday through Thursday at the Student Union Plaza, make sure to stop by and sign your name so you can be remembered on the inside of the cover of the 2026 yearbook. Their hours are for tomorrow, 10 a.m. to 2 p.m. The NewsWatch crew already signed all of our names earlier today, so don't miss your opportunity to leave your mark on this year's yearbook.
In more campus news, are you interested in supporting student entrepreneurs? If so, stop by the Gertrude C. Ford Student Union tomorrow and check out the monthly pop-up shop hosted by the Center for Innovation and Entrepreneurship. The pop-up shop will be located on the first floor of the Union and will last from 10 a.m. to 3 p.m. tomorrow, November 4th.
I know we just got done celebrating a major holiday this weekend, but we have what some might consider another big holiday on this Thursday.
Thursday is Ole Miss's 177th birthday, and we could not be more excited to celebrate our school. There will be free cupcakes, live music, and giveaways to get in the birthday spirit.
Well, if you're planning on attending any of these events happening on Thursday, you might want to bring a jacket along with you, especially for today, because today it was quite a little bit chilly, but it's nothing compared to what we have for the rest of the week. But let's get back into the sports segment, shall we?
Sometimes in life, in order to move forward, it helps to look back.
To learn from the pioneers and trailblazers.
To gain inspiration from those who came before us.
To show us what it means to act with empathy and to show that love has no labels.
Join WWE and Love Has No Labels throughout the year in celebrating people from all communities and heritages.
Because when love has no labels,
that's a love we can all fight for.
Hey, Mississippi.
Hey, Mississippi.
Don't trash Mississippi.
Because picking up litter costs us time
and money.
MDOT spends $3.2 million a year picking up litter.
That's money that could be used to maintain roads and bridges,
patch potholes,
and focus on improving Mississippi's infrastructure.
Please help us help you.
We can't do it without you.
Don't trash Mississippi.
Don't trash Mississippi.
Surprise, it's not sports, it's me, Dennis Kaya with your Storm Watch News. How we doing? Today I'm doing really good. As for today, the weather we had was also fantastic. As we're looking here, it was 58 degrees, it was clear with some winds blowing in from the east at 3 miles an hour with no rain, so it was quite nice. Let's see how we're looking at the rest of the region. It's very consistent, as I mentioned last week. As you can see, we have some 64 here and 64, and another triple here on 64 for today. Well, let's see how we're looking at for tonight's lows for the region. Again, very linear, and it's you don't really see much of this in normal kind of weather. But yeah, it is a little bit chilly though. But for more details for tonight's forecast, it's going to be 45 degrees in our area. It is pretty cloudy, and there is going to be some patchy fog, and it's going to do this thing called a quick disturbance, which pretty much means, you know, in its own name, it's just going to quickly blow over Oxford. So it's not going to be too much of a bother, and there'll be some low winds, so it's going to be quite nice tonight compared to the rest of the week. Now let's get some more details for tomorrow's forecast. It's 69 degrees, it's clear, and it's also just going to be another lovely day. As for the rest of the region, we're hitting another triple header here, boom, 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 with 69 degrees. And for the rest of the lows, it's going to be breaking out the even that we had, but it's going to be fairly in the middle of the 40s and high in the 50s. But at least we're sitting comfortably at 45 compared to South Haven at 46 and 42. So hey, there's nothing better than being average. Tomorrow's forecast for the evening, it's going to be 50 degrees, quite clear. There are going to be some high-speed winds for up to 15 miles per hour blowing in from the south, so it is going to be a little bit chilly, so make sure you layer up. As for the tropical storm map, as I said, there is going to be no rain, but there is something important I do want to show you. So if you're paying attention up here where my laser is, up in the north, there is going to be some precipitation forming up there, and if we get the video playing here, you'll see that it actually starts here, and it'll start blowing up from the east. And I did show you this earlier, from the other previous days we had. It actually is going to start, as you can see here, the east, and then it'll start blowing to the south down towards us. And this tropical storm, or this precipitation formation, is going to start bringing in some showers, some cold winds, and a little bit of some, it's going to lower the dew point, and it's going to start here on Friday. So there's going to be some cold showers, and it might even bring in a cold front, but we'll see for there. Other than that, prepare this week. It is going to be a little bit chilly. We're heating up the things from the game that we had from the weekend and the Halloween event that we had this weekend. So how was Halloween for you guys?
It was really great, and I got to tell you, I am feeling that cold. I just bought a puffer jacket. So.
Yeah, me too. I had this leather jacket that I bought for my costume. It's been really keeping me warm. So.
Well, for me, I'm coming down with a bit of the sniffles. It's probably because I didn't wear a puffer jacket or leather. But enough about that. What about some sports, Macy?
Well, good thing basketball is indoors, and that's about to get started. But starting us off tonight, we're hitting a homer in the World Series conversation and talking about some hoops. All of this and more when we get back from this short break.
This is drugs. This is your brain on drugs. Any questions?
Some people have a deep, abiding respect for the natural beauty that was once this country. And some people don't. People start pollution. People can stop it.
Whether it's our stories, the warmth of our laugh, or our family's secret sauce, we all bring something different to the table. So make some space. The power of connection is waiting right outside your comfort zone. Learn how you can help strengthen your community at belongingbeginswithus.org/teamup.
Welcome back to NewsWatch Ole Miss. I'm Macy Ivy with Sports Watch. In Major League Baseball news, after a long 7 games, the Los Angeles Dodgers are now back-to-back World Series champs. This is their 3rd title in 6 seasons, and they have become a powerhouse over the past few years with one of the best teams in franchise history. World Series MVP Yoshinobu Yamamoto came in to close the game, ending it on a double play ball, clinching a title for the Dodgers. Many baseball fans are saying that the Dodgers have ruined the game of baseball, so we'll see who can put a stop to them next season. I'm hoping it's the Braves. The Rebels had quite the weekend against the Gamecocks, even creating some makeshift noisemakers. Sports reporter BJ Ridgway has the story.
Hey Rebel Nation. Today the Ole Miss Rebels beat the South Carolina Gamecocks 30-13, and it was an electric atmosphere here in Von Hemingway Stadium.
The game started off slow until a muffed punt led to a Lenora Sellers touchdown. But the Rebs responded, putting up 17 straight points with a Lucas Carnero field goal, Daquan Wright touchdown, and Trinidad Chambers rushing touchdown to give the Rebs a 17-7 lead heading into the half. Coming out of the half, Sellers connected with Nick Herbert, and that was the end of the scoring for the Gamecocks for the game, with the Rebels defense having a sack party with 6 sacks, what is a season high, and 2 late interceptions from Rydett Williams Jr. and Sontarian Perkins. While Lucas Carnero put up 2 more field goals, and Keywan Lacey had a touchdown. Trinidad Chambers had 159 passing yards, 59 rushing yards, a passing and rushing touchdown, as well as a pick. Keywan Lacey had a career day with 167 yards on the ground and a touchdown. And Sontarion Perkins had 6 tackles, 1.5 sacks, and an interception. The next time you can see your Rebels play at home is November 8th.
BJ Ridgway, Ole Miss Newswatch.
Men's tennis completed its second day of the Farnsworth Invitational along with the Georgia Tech Invitational on Saturday. Senior Noah Schlagenhoff captured his 50th win with a score of 6-1 and 7-6. Lawan Lestier defeated Evan Wynn of Princeton and is currently on a 5-match win streak. In the Georgia Tech Invitational, Benjamin Martin dominated in both singles and doubles, advancing to the next round. Next, they will travel to Athens, Georgia for the ITA Southern Sectional from November 6th to the 9th. Women's basketball is already off to a hot start of the 2025-26 season as they defeated Norfolk State at home 87-46. 9 fresh faces for the Lady Rebs made their debut, including Cody McMahon, Latasha Lattimore, and Debrisha Powell, who all recorded double-digit points. Christine Nwala led the Rebels in points with 15, which is a career high for her in a single game. Freshman Lauren Jacobs showed out, recording the first basket, steal, and 2 assists. Caitlin Peterson also picked up her 100th career assist, finding Jacobs on a fast break. The Lady Rebs will be on the road this Friday as they take on Alabama A&M at 7 p.m. And speaking of transfers, Cody McMahon from Ohio State played her first game for the Rebels and says the team has gotten to know each other pretty well.
We're still learning each other. We're still learning how to play with each other. So, the faster we can get on the same page with each other and learn each other's game, the better we'll get and the more we'll progress. But our first game, it was very exciting.
And the Lady Rebels dominated, but we'll see if the men can do the same as they take on Southeastern Louisiana tonight in their home opener. 4 Rebels are returning, including Malik Dia, who leads the team in rebounds and finished the season 3rd in scoring. On top of the returning players, there are also 8 transfers from elite programs such as Kansas, Kentucky, St. John's, and more. This will be the 20th time both teams have met, and the Rebels have won all 20. You can watch on SEC Network Plus or in the Pavilion at 7 p.m., so be early and be loud. And that's all I have. Time to take it to the Pavilion to support the men's team. Back to you at the desk.
Thank you, Macy. I can't wait to cheer on our Rebs later tonight. Coming up after the break, we're taking a look at an issue facing students away from home.
And later on, we have a national news update you won't want to miss. NewsWatch Ole Miss will be right back.
Teachers are dynamic leaders, shaping a new generation, innovating to prepare students for our fast-changing world. They're skilled experts, discovering a universe of solutions, telling stories, inspiring, mentoring, connecting cultures, leading by example. Teaching is a journey that shapes lives. Are you ready to begin? Explore teaching at teach.org.
Gonna be a hot one out there for move-in weekend, Ole Miss. Good luck this year, Rep.
You did it. You're home. I can't wait for you to discover the true meaning of Hotty Toddy. It's a cheer that connects us all to the red and blue. It's the moment that begins when you step on campus and continues long after you turn your tassel. I can't wait for you to discover your legacy and make the world a better place. Are you ready? Everyone has a ritual. That small thing to keep us focused. A habit we never skip. To clear our minds and elevate our performance. But what do you do to keep your head in the game? To drown out the self-doubt and support your mental health. Maybe you surround yourself with positivity. Or you need to center yourself. Because being your best isn't just about taking care of your body. It's about taking care of your mind and mental health. Discover the resources you need to keep your mind focused and your mental health a priority.
Welcome back to NewsWatch Ole Miss. A controversial change to some streaming services has created quite a barrier to college students away from home. NewsWatch reporter Olivia Waltzer has the full scoop.
For years, college students have survived on shared streaming passwords from family, friends, even exes. But now, Netflix and other streaming services are cracking down and students are feeling it.
Yes, I get kicked off like every 3 months. And it's literally the most annoying thing because if my parents aren't on their phone or like available, then I can't watch my show, and it's my one time to like wind down in a busy college schedule.
Some students say it's not worth it. Others have found creative solutions.
Do you think students will stop sharing accounts anytime soon?
No, I don't think I will, at least. I'm going to use my mom's or Joey's or, whoever else's account. I don't have no plans to stop.
Netflix started enforcing its household rule last year, asking users to set a home location and pay extra for anyone outside of it. Hulu, Disney Plus, and others are starting to follow.
The reality is Netflix's new policy is not going away, but you can pay to add an extra member. Students might have to choose if they want to continue to press play or press play somewhere else. In Oxford, I'm Olivia Waltzer, NewsWatch.
Now taking a look at some national news. Tomorrow marks Election Day for several states, and lots of eyes are on New York's mayoral race. The winner of the Democratic primary, Zohran Mamdani, is running against the former New York governor, Andrew Cuomo, who is running as an independent, and Curtis Silwa, the Republican candidate. Democrats seem torn about Mamdani, who is a self-proclaimed Democratic socialist, and he's only recently received an endorsement from the House Minority Leader. Now, what makes this election interesting is that President Donald Trump has made his thoughts on Mamdani widely known, calling him a communist and making repeated threats to pull funding from the state if he is elected.
In more national news, the government shutdown has caused uncertainty for many government-funded programs, like food stamps. However, the Trump administration announced today that they will provide partial SNAP benefits during the month of November. The Department of Agriculture will be using $4.65 billion from their contingency program, which will be able to cover 50% of allotments for eligible households. In total, the program costs about $9 billion per month, and the Trump administration has decided not to pull money from other agencies to cover the full cost of benefits to be restored. TSA is another agency that has been affected by the government shutdown. While TSA officers are required to work, we are now seeing a repeat of behavior from the 2018-2019 shutdown, as unpaid agents are not reporting to work, which means the screening process is taking longer than usual. In Houston this weekend, travelers waited in line for over 3 hours to get through the security line at the George Bush Intercontinental Airport. The airport released a statement reminding passengers to arrive extra early to wait for the longer wait times, and travelers across the country may want to follow suit. And in Virginia, the trial continues over the 2023 shooting of the first grade teacher Abby Zerner. Zerner, who was shot by a 6-year-old student, sued her former assistant principal, Ebony Parker, for $40 million, claiming gross negligence. While Parker argues she had no legal duty to intervene, the mother of the child who shot Zerner was sentenced to 2 years in prison for child neglect. The school board voted out the superintendent, and the principal was assigned to another school. That wraps up our national news segment for today. Back to you at the desk, Lottie.
Thank you, Lisa. Coming up, whether you are the type of person who starts celebrating Christmas on November 1st or someone who waits a little longer to get in the spirit, you'll want to stay tuned. NewsWatch Ole Miss will be right back.
And just like that, she starts to grin. A special flame's been lit within. The spark of something new begins. There's something in the water. On her own, she's in the zone. Determination can't be thrown. Resilience building in her bones. There's something in the water. With her gator on and her waders on, she can tackle anything till dawn. There must be something in the water. On and off the boat she flies. The sky's the limit. She's soaring high. She's a force of nature on the rise. There's something in the water.
Just try one. If you don't like it, it's easy to give up.
Uh-oh, nicotine. I'd better move fast. Up and away!
Go on, kid, go on.
It's Superman, is it hard to give up smoking, or is it easy like nicotine says?
You no good windbag, nicotine.
No, Superman. Leave me one. Please, I need one. Just...
That's how hard it is. And that's why I never say yes to a cigarette.
How to know if you should reach out to a friend. Your friend might be worried, sad,
grumpy, angry,
stressed, weird, rebellious,
anxious,
antisocial,
lonely,
sleeping less,
sleeping more,
eating less, eating more.
Look, there are a lot of things to watch out for, but you know your friend best. So if they're not acting themselves, why not say something? Find out how you can help a friend with their mental health at seizetheawkward.org. Awkward.
Welcome back to NewsWatch Ole Miss. Halloween is over, so let's let the Christmas season begin.
It's still a little early for me to get in the holiday spirit, but Christmas has been on the mind of the city of Oxford for quite a while. Let's check in with NewsWatch reporter Caitlin Salas to find out more.
The lighting of the square in Oxford is not only a fun tradition, but one that contains a lot of history.
When I got elected in 2017, one of the things that I did was interview people over the age of 70. And I said, what is a key childhood memory? Across the board, people would say, when I was a kid in the 60s, we would ride around the square and I would lay in the back window of my parents' car and we would drive circles around the square. It was a snow globe. There was this carousel of lights.
To prepare for this tradition, this year occurring on November 13th, there is a lot of work in advance. Starting off by putting up the lights in September, it takes hours of work to share the cheer of the holidays.
Well, usually when we in the heavy part of it, we do 4 days a week starting at 4 o'clock.
While prepared in advance, these lights get shown almost yearly on live television, including College Game Day, SEC Network, and on other football platforms due to the Division I football team coached by Lane Kiffin.
We wanted them to be showing off our square well lit so that people across the country that were watching the game would say, oh gosh, I've got to go see that.
With the well-lit square, people that live outside of Oxford are also loving this tradition, and after seeing the current and pre-lit setup, are planning to come back to see the lit up holiday lights.
We're born and raised in California, and California is beautiful, but this has really opened my eyes to traveling across country and to the south because it is beautiful.
And with lights that are ones to draw people in, it takes a lot of them to create a bright and holiday-filled town.
You put all the wire that we got together, the canopy, the crepe myrtles, the buildings and everything, there's 30,000 Christmas lights in 7 miles of wire.
Close to a dozen people from different departments, including the landscaping and electrical department, come together to help make this happen. Bucket trucks and cables are also used to put the lights up.
I'm very excited for the square lights coming out. It's always a fantastic time to see. It really brightens up the whole place and it just alters the mood in a very positive fashion.
Here in the square, I'm Caitlin Salas, and you're watching NewsWatch Ole Miss.
Well, that's all we have for you guys tonight. I'm Lisa Booker.
And I'm Fatih Ba with your latest news.
And I'm Dennis Kai with Stormwatch.
And with Sports Watch, I'm Macy Ivy.
Thank you for watching NewsWatch Ole Miss, where we keep it live and keep it local.
Be sure to tune in tomorrow at 5 p.m. Good night.